All right, guys. So welcome to another exciting webinar powered by TenTrade. Today we'll be talking about how to avoid Forex trading scams. All right. I want you to see this as some sort of an eye opener or an advice. So it's not going to be our normal training session. This should possibly be the shortest session that you'll be a part of. My goal is to knock this off in, let's say, 20 to 30 minutes max. Okay. And I hope that at the end of this session, you'd have clarity on how to spot scam opportunities out there, pyramid schemes, how to spot them from a mile away so that you don't fall prey to all of these things. Now, TenTrade, because, like I always say, TenTrade gives, we care about our traders. And a lot of people that fall prey to all of these schemes out there are Forex traders, existing Forex traders. So we want you to preserve your money and don't lose money. That's why we need you to be properly informed on these Forex trading scams. All right. Personally, I know quite a whole lot of people that, that financial situation has been very, very terrible because they fall prey to these scams, right? A lot of people invested millions of naira, okay, to this investment, and then they got no returns on investments, right? So I don't want to jump the gun. So I'm saying that because to give you a background on how important what you will learn tonight, okay, how it is, right? So presenting tonight, my name is Toby Okunoga, and then I'll be taking you through this particular session. All right, so let's go straight into the point. Like I said, I want to knock this off in about 20 to 30 minutes. I'll be hitting the key notes. And then at the end of the session, I also like to engage with everybody here, possibly if you have like experiences with forex trading scams, if you fell prey to those scams, if you can share that with everybody here, that's fine, or how you're able to spot those scams from a mile away. Okay, so let's start by defining what a forex scam is. So when we say forex scam, what are we talking about, right? So I have definition here. A forex scam is a scheme that scammers use to cheat forex traders by claiming to offer a trading system or a system that will allow them earn a high profit within a short period of time. All right. So any system that scammers use, such that they are promising you high gains, high rewards, with the minimal, risk, crazy returns. And most importantly, within a very short period of time. Once you see all of those things in play, just know that that's a red flag. Okay, any system that is not giving you all of the information about the risk involved in entering a particular investment, a particular platform, right? And then they are only projecting the rewards, and then they never talk about the risk. Just know that is possibly talking about the various types of forex trading scams out there. The number one, and the most popular out there, is forex or forex MLM. Now, these are investment companies. So these are companies that spring up, and then they tell you that they're going to give you guaranteed returns on investment on a monthly basis. All right. Typically, they'll tell you that they'll give you guaranteed 20% on a monthly basis. All right. And then aside from giving you guarantees as a trader, they would also usually have another aspect whereby you can refer other people to join the investment opportunity. And then when you refer somebody based on the amount that that person invested, all right, they are going to give you, I think, about 5 to 10% of that person's investment. So if you refer somebody that invests, let's say, 10,000 US dollars in their platform, they're going to give you somewhere around 500 to $1,000 as your own commission for referring. Okay. And then as you keep referring people, they have a multi-level marketing platform in place, system in place, whereby you can move up the ranks, and then you'll be building a solid a team under you. So as the people that you refer, as they refer more people, because they are all under you, you are also making money, residually. All right. When you see these kinds of structure and it is relating to anything Forex, all right, just know that that is a scam. Okay, just know that that is a scam. All right. And I'm not mincing words. All right. First and foremost, the foreign exchange market is a high risk investment. There is nobody that is in control of how much can be made in the market. So when a platform comes boldly and then tells you that they are going to give you a guaranteed 20% every month, and most of those platforms, especially in Nigeria and Africa, they would even go as far as even ensuring you and giving you some sort of a MOU or a contract stating that they will give you 20% guaranteed that you're not going to lose your money. All right. But trust me, at the end of the day, the owner, when the whole system crashes, the owner of the company is going to go incognito, possibly flee the country or just go underground, and then you are left stranded. Okay, that happens a whole lot. All right. I think it was in 2020, one of my students invested in a very, very popular platform there. So because it is no more now, I can speak about the platform. It's called MBA Forex. Right. So MBA Forex at the time had been in operations for about 2 years. Right. So they've been paying people consistently about 20% every month for about 2 years. Right. And then the minimum investment that MBA would take from people was, I think, $1,000 at the time. Okay. So this man, because he has seen, the track record of this company, and if he felt that, they're a solid platform. So what he did was to become an affiliate of the company. And then he started, so he's a pastor of a particular church. I won't mention the name of the church. So, pastors have access to, database of members that are, well-to-do. So because as an affiliate of that particular company, like I said, you get a commission for referrals, right? So he was able to get about 5 to 6 high net worth individuals in his church. And then he guaranteed these people, profit every month. He even went as far as doing his own separate contract that, come what may, is promising them that they will not lose their money. Okay. 4 to 5 months into the whole structure, into the whole investment scheme, right? MBA Forex crashed, right? They closed office. They were not paying investors. The owner of the company was nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, this particular pastor, okay, is now in deep shits with his members, right? His members invested a total of, he told me, 30 million naira, okay, that was invested into MBA Forex, okay? And at the time, I'm not even sure it was up to 4 to 6 months, because they did not, I think they only received profits 1 month. So I think it was like after 3 months that the whole thing crashed. So because in like the second month or third month, they just started having issues with their payouts. All right. So ultimately, this particular pastor had to now find means to actually, pay back or like have an agreement with his church members. Okay, it takes a whole lot for you to still go to church as a pastor the next Sunday and speak to the same people that you've lost, their funds. And a whole lot of people as well, they've used their business funds. They've used, at least I know someone that used money for his car to invest, hoping that he'll quickly flip that money and buy a bigger car or something. There are people that have used their house rent. There are people that have used their school fees. There are people that have borrowed money from loan companies to invest, hoping that they can pay back the monthly. This particular thing, this forest pyramid scheme has thrown a lot of people into mysteries, okay, that for the next 4 to 5 years, they are still battling on how to get stable. All right, so for your sake, when you see any platform out there promising you guaranteed returns, please run. Okay, it might work for a few months, but ultimately it's not going to work. It is unsustainable. And that's a major characteristic of pyramid schemes. It is unsustainable. All right, only people that get in early are going to reap the rewards. Okay, except you want to live your life by chance. That's when you should deal with pyramid schemes. Okay, and of course, guaranteeing 20% a month is too much. Okay, that is a whole lot to guarantee. So when you see these features in a particular platform, just know that is a scam. And then there are new platforms coming in year after year. Okay, I don't want to mention some ongoing platforms right now, but if you understand what I'm saying, and then some platforms that are rendering the same, that are giving the same promises, just know that they are not going to last. Okay, those ones that are still standing right now, they've started having issues, because at the end of the day, what is going to fund the guaranteed returns, the commissions, is going to be the pyramid schemes. Is going to be people referring. Okay, so once the referral stops, okay, the business starts having issues. Yes, Mr. Adebola, I'm going to unmute you shortly once it's time for Q&A. So kindly stay. Okay, so let me just round up the slides and then we'll have a discussion about everything. Okay. So just know that this is the major number one. And then, like I said, new platforms are going to be springing up year after year. Okay, so this is February. Okay. This year, I'm sure one must have started. Okay, maybe during mid-year it will start being out there. You don't want to jumping from one scheme to another. Okay, it's not going to help you. All right, good. So the second type of forex trading scams out there is this one is particularly for forex brokers. All right, so there are a lot of brokers that engage in spread scam, bid-ask spread scam. So for these brokers, for unsuspecting forex traders, for example, a beginner forex trader might not necessarily understand the concept of spread. So they just feel that when they go to a particular currency pair and then they want to trade, they just click on the buy and sell button and then they trade without checking the spread. Okay. Now, these brokers at specific times on specific currency pairs, when the market is not in it, when there's no news, or when it's not like the overlap into the Asian session, on like normal trading day, when there's no need for spread on pairs to be high, you just see an unreal amount of spread on a particular pair. So let me give you an example. Imagine having a spread during London session. Imagine having a spread of, let's say, 7 pips on Euro USD during London session. An average trader that knows that during the London session, spread is very, very low on USD, you might not really take note of the spread because you know that there's no reason for the spread to be high. But you just enter the trade and then you find out that there are 7 pips in a loss immediately, instead of having a 1 pip or a 2 pip spread. All right. So, and then the brokers that do this a lot of times are brokers that are not regulated. They are unlicensed brokers. They are all these offshore brokers without serious regulations. All right. So you want to, for any forex trader that you are trading with, any forex broker that you're trading with, you always want to be sure of the spread. All right. So thankfully, TenTrade is licensed and very, very regulated. All right. So, and once you are trading with TenTrade, just know, right, that there's nothing like a bid or ask spread scam with TenTrade, right? TenTrade gets you into the market immediately with very, very competitive spread out there. So, of course, for TenTrade, there is the STP account and then there's the ECN account. Amazing service, by the way. Okay. So number 3 is the signal seller scam. So one of the most popular services that we see out there as a forex trader are signal platforms. And then the easiest way to blow your account as a trader is to follow signals. Right? I've not seen anything that blows accounts as fast as signals. It's alarming. Okay, it's alarming. But now I'm not trying to badmouth signals. There are some very, very good signal platforms out there, but the majority of signal services out there are just plain trash. All right. So let's just talk about points to notes or pointers to a scammy signal platform. Okay. Number 1, when you see a signal platform that guarantees a very, very high win rate. So an average scam signal platform is giving you a guarantee of 90% win rates, 80% win rates. They are making crazy promises because they want you to subscribe to the signals. Okay. Of course, there's a month, so they have different packages: monthly, quarterly, or lifetime. All right. So, just run when you see people giving you guarantees like that. Okay. And those things naturally appeals to our greed as human beings. It appeals to our nature. That's why we fall for those scams. An average trader that's been trading with signal platform before and then lost money with signals, when he sees another signal platform that is well packaged, that is still giving the same kind of guarantees, you still fall for it. I don't know why. All right. So don't fall for signal platforms that's giving you high guarantees. I've not seen a trading system yet that is 80% accurate. I've not seen it. Maybe you have. If there is a system that is 80% accurate, trust me, I will go to the bank and then I'm going to find a way to borrow, let's say $1 million, right? So 80% means that 8 out of 10 trades I'm going to win. That means I'll lose just 10 trades. All right. So I'm very sure that if I get $1 million, that means let me just even remove the 200K. Let's say I'll lose 200K. That $800,000, that means in like a week or 2 weeks, I can double my money to 2 million under a month or 2 months. That 800K should have grown to, let's say, $10 billion. Okay. If it is that easy to have a very, very high win rate, then every signal seller won't even have time to be selling signals, because you'll be so busy with other bigger projects, So don't fall for those guys. Okay. It's not always the case. Personally, you know, when I started my trading journey as well, I found a lot of these guys on Instagram, on YouTube, online. They are very, very perfect. Okay, they'll show you before and after, and then you are like, when I join this thing, my life is going to change. Eventually, you join the platform, and then you are like, what's going on? It's like a case of what you ordered versus what you got. You know, it's like night and day. You ordered for A, you got D. Okay, so don't fall for these guys. Then number two, most of these guys also don't have like a face. You don't know them physically. So if anything goes wrong, you won't even know who to call. All right, and they don't even offer any kind of support. All what they're interested in is you paying their money on a monthly basis. All right, and then most times the signals don't also come with analysis. So when you see a signal platform that all what you are saying is just buy, sell, TP, stop loss, they're not giving you charts, showing you analysis. They're not telling you why they are buying here, why they are selling. Okay, they're not telling you how you can manage your trades effectively. Okay, that signal platform is going to blow your account. I can guarantee you that eventually you blow your account. All right. So before you join a signal platform, you want to do your due diligence. Okay. They should not tick these boxes. They should not promise you a high guarantee. Right. In fact, they shouldn't give any guarantees at all. All right. And then at least know the people behind the signal platform, know their integrity and their credibility. All right. If they're credible, and then they have some measure of results, yeah, then you can of course go with them, and then you're going into it with your two eyes open. You know the risk involved before you subscribe to the signal platform. So they're not promising you something that looks like a get rich quick, because that's the way signal platforms are going to appear to you. Okay, that they'll make it easy and then you make money as soon as you join. Most of the time you don't make money. Okay. So the last thing that we'll talk about tonight is, you know, trading bot scam. All right. So this is also a way that, you know, forex traders can easily make money. Everybody wants an easy life. And trading bots makes it easy for you to trade and make money in the foreign exchange market. So there are people that are software developers that have programmed a particular trading style into an expert advisor, so that you now add it onto your MT5 or MT4 platform, and then the bot trades on your behalf based on the algorithm that was coded into it. So how do you spot, you know, a scammy bot? Okay. So number one that you want to look at is the very also unrealistic promises of gains, something similar to what's it called, to what the signal platform will do as well, and then the MLM schemes as well. They are promising you that when you buy this bot, you can, you know, especially those guys from South Africa, they will tell you that this bot, something killer, something fire, you know, you make 1000% in 2 days, turn $5 to $5,000. You know, doing the, you know, there's a bot also for like NFP. They'll you know, tell you that bot, when you buy it during NFPs, you can transform $100 to $10,000. You know, a whole lot of trash going up and down just to make you buy the bot. And these guys, they make more money from selling the bots to you than actually making money from the bot itself. That's even if the bots work, if it works. Okay. So, and also spotting a scammy, you know, one thing that will give you a red flag is when the bot has less than 6 months of, you know, back testing, like performance record, like live testing. So just be very, very wary, because most of these bots out there, when they launch it, they would only give you probably less than a month's performance. So you don't know how well the bot has performed over a long period of time. Okay, and then that's because the bot actually has not performed over a long period of time. All right. So, and then they are selling it, they're making it look like the holy grail. Okay, it is not the holy grail. So if you see a bot that has good performance record, and then that performance record can be on my FX book, it can be on FX Blue. Okay, those two platforms, they are public, everybody can see it. All right, then you can make a good trading decision, because on the performance statistics, you will know the bot's win rates, you will know the bot's what's it called, drawdown, okay, and other things that make you make that help you make an informed decision. All right, and of course, bots that trades without an exit point or without a stop loss, okay, eventually, personally, okay, I have to be very honest with you. I've also used a bot that traded without stop loss. It made money for a few weeks or a few months. I even thought that this bot, genuinely, I thought that this was it. Genuinely, I thought that, okay, this would help me. This would help other people as well, make money with Forex, especially beginners. And then I started pushing the bots. I promoted it. Okay. But because the bot was trading without stop loss, eventually, during very high, when markets moving very, very swiftly, maybe during news or maybe during a very, very trending market, because the bot doesn't have stop loss, okay, and usually those bots without stop loss are using martingale. So when you are in a losing trade, it keeps opening more positions, hoping that there'll be a drawdown or a reversal, and then it will recover in profit. When market is in a strong uptrend or strong downtrend, that's when that trading bot start having issues, and then eventually it's going to blow your account. All right. So the ideal kind of bots you want to look out for are bots that have precise exit points, take profits, and stop loss. Okay, for your own safety, right? You want to be sure that the bot has all of that in place. Or worst case scenario, let the bot have some system for capital preservation. So if you are investing $1,000 and then you are using a trading bot, there should be something that will say that, okay, if worst case scenario, even if there's a loss, the highest loss would be a particular percentage of your account. Okay, so a trading bot that has capital preservation coded into it is what you want to go for. So you want to do your own research on bots so that you don't fall. Okay, because the majority of the experience out there with trading bots for majority of forex traders is that trading bots is going to blow your account eventually. It might have some good periods, but eventually it's going to blow your account. So you need something that is very, very systematic, that has consistency. And then if you find a trading bot that has a good performance record, you will know if this is a bot I should trade with or not. Okay, so how do you avoid them? Just two major points that I'll talk about. Okay, you want to check for licensing and regulation. All right, so the first we talked about the first one that we talked about, the first types of trading scams is the Forex and pyramid schemes, right? MLM. So how do you avoid these guys? So for any company to pose as an investment platform, that means they must have the required licensing, the required regulation to accept funds from people. All right. So if a company just springs up today that they want to give you that, they want to help you trade your money and then give you particular return on investment, do your research. Are they licensed? Do they have the required license to take investors' money? For example, one license that is in Nigeria that you need in Nigeria is called the SEC. All right. Does the company, are they licensed by SEC? And then you want to be very, very certain that they are licensed, because most of these guys that come up, okay, they just put in the application with SEC. So they are not licensed yet. So they are posing as if they are licensed, but they are not. So you want to be very, very sure. Okay, because eventually SEC might not, give them the required licensing. Okay, and then are they also regulated? Are they are there regulations, okay, for them? Are there any external auditory company that is auditing exactly what they are doing? Because most of these forex schemes out there, they are simply how do I put it? There's a word that we use, I think money laundering, kind of. All right. So is there proper auditing of these investment platforms for anybody to guarantee you returns on a monthly basis? That means they are not even licensed or regulated in the first place. Because if you are licensed with SEC, it's plain, you cannot give anybody guarantees on securities like this or high yield investment platforms. So once you see that a company is posing and giving you a guaranteed return on investment, just know they are not licensed. Because if they are licensed and then they do that, okay, their license will be revoked. Okay, makes sense. So you want to check for, licensing and regulation. For the number two, the bid and ask for forex brokers, you also want to check for licensing. Okay, there are licensing and regulation, because there are a lot of unregulated forex brokers out there. All right, so you want to check if this broker is regulated or not. So if you are trading with an unregulated forex broker, chances are that you are susceptible to a whole lot of manipulation. Okay, you're susceptible to a whole lot of manipulation, which you shouldn't be experiencing. All right, so thankfully, TenTrade is very, very much licensed with FCA, regulated. The licensing gives TenTrade the ability to trade, to accept clients globally, all around the world. Okay, and TenTrade activities are also audited and very well regulated and licensed. So you are in safe hands when you trade with TenTrade. Okay, so for the licensing, you can check out the licensing details on TenTrade website. Just go to the website, go to the footer section of the website. You see the licensing and regulation information there. Then also, signal seller scam. How do you know? So the signal business is unregulated. That's why anybody can just start it. So I'm not sure there is a regulation for signals, because even giving signals in itself, there's nobody that will license you to give people signals. But what they can license you to do is to give out trade ideas. Okay, trade ideas, and simply is going to be for information or educational purposes only. So it's not investment advice. All right. So when you want to join a signal platform, that platform should expressly tell you that they are not guaranteeing you any profit. Okay, that this is a high risk investment, you bear the loss. Okay, they're not giving you any win rates or anything like that. They are not trying to sweet talk you into joining the platform. Okay, they are being fair and square with the reality of trading in the foreign exchange market. And then obviously for signal platform, I recommend that you join a platform that also gives you trade ideas, that also tells you why they are buying and why they are selling at those particular zones, right? And then lastly, trading bots. Same thing, very, very similar to the signal as well. Do your own due diligence. Okay, it's very, very important. Do your diligence on these things. Don't fall for shiny objects. Don't fall for promises. Okay, deal with fact. Okay, and then lastly, you want to check the background information of the owners of all of these platforms. Most of these platforms are actually recycled. So maybe last 2 years they came up with a particular investment company and then it crashed. They will now revamp it because they like already have like a customer base, they have a system in place. They will revamp it, change the name of the platform into something else, and then they run the same scheme, right? It's a normal thing out there. And then if you check the background information of those platforms, you will see some things online that relates to something that existed before. If it existed before and then it crashed, there's every possibility that this new one is also going to crash. All right. So if you're investing with any investment company, either a private equity firm or like a small hedge fund, you want to know the people behind the company. Okay. Once you get their names, check out their credibility. Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on social media? Are they on media? Or you don't even know the people in charge of your money at all? Who is the CEO? Who is the COO? Do they have an office? Is their office working? Because they can put an office address on their website. Meanwhile, that office address is either it does not exist or it's a different office entirely. So do your due diligence. There's a particular platform that I wouldn't mention, okay, that the office address that they gave on their website is an office address of, I think it was a small house that was empty. There was nothing there. And then, in fact, that particular company on their website, what they did was to copy and paste information from another brokerage firm, and then they put it on their website. For some reason, Nigerians flocked onto that website, and a lot of people that I know personally also invested with them. Meanwhile, if they have done their due diligence by just going to the website, they will spot these things easily. Which leads me to the next point. Right? Most people that fall for these scams, they're just greedy people, right? You need to work on your greed. Right? If it is too good to be true, that means it's not true. Work on your own greed. Why they catch you is because you are, I don't know how to put it in English, right? So you need to be realistic with gains, with returns. Okay, ask yourself, what is a need for these people, right? If they are promising you 20% on a monthly basis, okay, what is the need for these people? Why are they doing this? Why? Okay, why? Okay, because if it was that easy, and then truly they're actually trading, okay, what they need to have done is to just start with a little account and then go and meet like a big investor, of course, or like go to the bank and then show the bank or like a big institution the trading record. Those guys can give them billions of dollars in assets to trade. If truly they are making 20% every month, because an hedge fund is happy to make that 20% in a whole year. They are so happy. That would be like a year that all the stars will have very, very huge bonuses for the year. So if they see that somebody or a small company can make 20% on a monthly basis, and there's proof for that consistently over a period of time, trust me, they will fund that particular company with big money. All right. So work on your greed as a person. It is because if you fell for these traps, for these platforms, it is because you were greedy. That's a major foundation to why you fell prey to these platforms. All right. So when you do your due diligence, okay, you will not fall for all of these trading scams, and everything starts with you. Okay. Also, before you make a decision on joining anything forex, okay, ask around. You have mentors, right? TenTrade is here for you. Reach out to TenTrade. Okay, reach out to our support. Reach out to your account officer. Get a second eye. Get an expert perspective before you join anything that require you putting your money to trade. And then as you do that, you find out that you won't be falling prey to all of these scammy and pyramid schemes out there. All right. So I'm going to unmute. Someone wants to ask a question, Mr. What's your name? Mr. Debola. Are you still online? I'm going to unmute right now. So kindly unmute yourself and then speak. Mr. Adebola or Yolola. Please unmute yourself and speak. You said you have a question. All right. I think you're not. So anybody, any questions? Any questions about trading scams? Have you fell prey to a platform before? Did it work for you? Or, let us have a little bit of interaction, and then we'll call, and then we round up the session. And I hope you got value. Let me know if you got value so far based on what you learned so far. Did you learn anything to give you a heads up on how to spot, scam platforms? If you did, please type in value in the chat box. Mr. Manuel, okay. I'm going to unmute you now. Please unmute yourself and then speak.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Toby. Thank you very much. Even though I just joined, I met you on regulation and what and all whatnot. Let me say this. Even for most regulated firms, even regulated outside of your country, you never can tell. And I'm actually speaking from experience, practicality, not like they told me so. And guess what? They will actually have regulated licenses in Canada, in the US, in the UK, and yet at that, with certificates in a central database that actually manages all sort of businesses and firms, that you can actually validate them. However, these databases or central entry, they will tell you the fact that these firms are regulated or are in their registry does not still validate that you can do business with them. So the honor still lies on you, just like what Toby said, that you still need to do your own due diligence. And how you do that? You see, a simple question as checking their LinkedIn page, their Facebook page, their COO, their CEO is very, very vital. When you're beginning to notice that what you are seeing about their CEO or their marketing officer or whatsoever, it's not really, you're not gelling. There are like questions that have to be asked. And when it's coming that they are not coming for to actually defend or give you the answer as it's meant to be. One of the things that are always happening towards Nigerians, and you still realize that in fact, now there are a lot of Nigerians are actually in dire need, but they feel they are not willing to actually pay the ultimate price of actually sitting down their house and learn. But they want to see the little that they have, because it's only when people are vulnerable they are willing to actually do anything.
Right.
So when they're vulnerable and you are telling them, bring 20K and collect 100,000, they just look at it. Let me risk this 20K. After all, it's the 20K I want to risk. It is usually that time that they actually fall victim. I tell you, you realize that by all means, everywhere there are a lot of trading camps, trading this, trading that are actually springing up now. Guess what? at the bottom or behind most of these things, a lot of guys have actually put heads together. They are not all out to actually help you. They don't care. All they don't want to get is how many can we actually fling? How many millions in dollars can we really make? But there was this company that with everything the way they did it, we were so sure that this must be real because we have access to actually their accounts, their cryptocurrency account that you can trace both on BScan, Etherscan, you can train on BTScan, name it. That would assure you that your money is actually there. Nothing happens to your money. But at the long run, what happens? It's only when they release your fund that it belongs to you. As long as it's not in your account, it's not in your coffers. So please, you need to be very, very, very. I'm not going to lie to you, but let me tell you, there are some people that because of my own experience and now actually the leverage that I've actually got out there, they believe me and they actually join this platform with me. I won't lie to you, I'm paying dearly because some people that I would rather actually let my head be put down. Let me do the due diligence and pay back their money because my name will be put to shame. That's a fact. So please, and it does not matter. It could be your friend. It could even be someone that you know. See, there are people that they've not done their work well enough. They just tell you, yo, it will work. It is not by it will work. And when the hits start coming, then that's when you realize that there was never any assignment being done enough that actually can make these companies stand the test of time. The pressure of when the market will actually go against them, they don't have any solidified arrangement. So they are not even, no structure whatsoever in place.
Right.
And that's why you realize, I think the first time I actually came on 10 Trade platform, my questions were answered so succinctly, and I was really, really convinced. Nobody's asking you to bring your money, and you know, for the pains you guys take every day, now it's not even 3 times a day work. That is actually huge. That is huge. So guys, trust me, he couldn't have said all of these things enough. You will know by the tricks that people play, the kind of things they will say to you, how they want to quickly release your fund, let go of your money. You will know, certainly. You will know. And even your fifth sense will be telling you, can this thing be real? When it's too good or it's too real to be true, guess what? It's simply because it's not true.
Right.
That's my 10 cents. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for your contribution. Greatly appreciated. Mr. Victor Offort.
Yeah.
The floor is yours, sir.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming out today. Yeah, so this is a very sensitive topic, and we are not shying away from, you know, trying to create a discussion out of it. So Mr. Emmanuel said something, that some companies have license, but still end up being scammy. I would like to touch on that. There are so many things involved here. I'd like to touch on that. The question is, what licenses are you referring to? There are licenses and there are licenses. There are recognized licenses and there are unrecognized licenses. The only licenses that are recognized, example in the UK, is FCA. In Australia is ASIC. In Cyprus is CISEC. In Seychelles is FSA, Financial Services Authority. In Kenya, I think they have a name. So these are regulations that are known. Okay. Now, there's no company that will have this regulation and get involved with scams because there's a watchdog. Okay. So you mentioned the Canadian regulation. We cannot mention names here. But the last company that used a Canadian regulation that was running a Ponzi, right? If you went, so you have to go to the regulatory authorities website and check. And if you go to those websites and check, you'll see that those certificates or those licenses are fake. Okay, so I don't agree with the fact that companies that are regulated still end up scamming their clients. Okay, crypto is not regulated. That's what you should know. anything crypto for now is not regulated. So there is no regulation or no license that covers any crypto company. Okay, so that's one. So if you say a company is licensed and they have certificates, you need to really go and check very well. Go and check the website of the regulation. Okay, and I don't know of any Canadian regulation. If you check the website of the regulatory authority with their license number, you will see there that they're licensed. Then you can comfortably do business with them. But once they are not listed on those websites, then you know that your funds are at risk. Okay, so it's all about you. Some people do due diligence, but they don't know what to check, and they still end up being scammed. And that's why Toby has said, you know, different regulations to look out for. For Forex, basically, FCA for UK, Cyprus is CySEC, Seychelles is FSA, Australia is ASIC, Australian Securities Something Commission. We have Mauritius and a few others that we all know for Forex as well. Anything outside of those regulatory authorities cannot give you peace of mind when you're dealing with companies that claim to have some certifications. Another thing I would like to add is that once you are doing an investment and your money is in a central POS, you are 99% likely to be scammed. If your money is in a central POS, that is everybody sending their money to one wallet or to one account, okay? And that account is not controlled by you, then you know that you are 99% likely to be scammed. And that's why we are recommending regulated brokers, Forex brokers, because when you put your money in a broker, you control it. You can log in there, withdraw anytime. You can withdraw 10 times a day. You can withdraw every day. And anytime you say you're tired of trading, you can withdraw your capital and move. Okay, but these companies that have central wallet or central POS, the day they decide to move, all you have is going to be figures on the website, and you will not be able to withdraw your money. So in the first place, everyone, like Toby said, has to kill their greed. You have to kill your greed. Once it sounds too good to be true, just know that you are, if you are lucky, you escape. But if you are not lucky, your funds are going to go with them. So very important, central POS where everybody is paying to, and if they are not regulated, if they are regulated and they have a central POS, it's fine. If they are regulated and there's a central POS, that is fine. But if they are not regulated and there is a central POS, then that's a problem. The last company that crashed, or the last two companies that crashed, it was so obvious. It was so obvious. You go online, the CEOs are fake, the offices are fake, everything is fake, but people cannot do due diligence to even know who they are dealing with. And everybody was just flocking there. So that's why we are doing these classes to, you know, sensitize and enlighten people on the things to avoid. A lot of people, you tell them the truth, they'll say, as they lie, they are paying. Let me just put quickly and remove, you know. But by the time you put, that is when you find out that maybe after 1 week later or 2 weeks later, it gets locked out. So there are so many areas, so many things to check. Well, in the area of due diligence, just stick to the recognized regulatory authorities. For Nigeria, is SEC. Okay, so I think I'll just stop there for now. So anybody else that wants to ask a question can ask a question as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor. I appreciate your responses. Your response. Also, Mr. Emmanuel, thank you so much for your response. Greatly appreciated. Do we have any other contributions or questions? Any other contributions or questions so that we can all learn together and avoid these trading scams? All right. also, while I was waiting for questions, like I always do, I really appreciate everybody for coming on these webinar sessions and learning. It means that we have a different mindset from everybody that is not there. And if you are learning one day, okay, the result is going to show for it. As you're learning, just ensure that you are applying, you are getting your knowledge, and then you are taking steps. So don't just learn and don't do. Once you learn, you do it. That's when the result will start showing. So I want to appreciate everybody that keeps joining these 10 trade webinars every single time, even in your busy schedules. And I know that for some of us, we're actually very, very learned, but you looked beyond how well you know, and then you still join to learn and get updates. So greatly appreciated. I don't want to chip that in. So would also look forward to your joining more sessions. So now 10 Trade we are big on education. We are big on giving you the right information. Now we are running about 3 webinars on a daily basis now, and everything is to make you a 10 trader, to make you an all-round trader. So each day we are talking about different aspects of trading. Like today, we talked about trading scams. Tomorrow is something else. Okay, for example, tomorrow is going to be a session for beginners. So if you're a beginner, if you're a new trader, then you want to get a good foundation on Forex trading to learn the fundamentals properly. We have an expert trader that will be taking tomorrow's session. You want to, be on the lookout for the link on the groups, and then you join. So just ensure that you are participating in all of the webinars that we do at 10 Trade, and eventually you are going to be an all-round profitable trader, well-informed, okay, to make the right trading decisions. All right, so thanks so much, Mr. Michael. Michael, thank you. All right, guys, so let us call it a night. We've had an amazing time this night. The exposition from Mr. Manuel, from Mr. Victor, it's all added to the content that we talked about. And I can only hope that everybody here got amazing value. When next you see a pyramid scheme or something promising you high returns, unrealistic returns, you already know what to do. Okay, so don't fall for these scams. They are, they're unrealistic, they are not sustainable. And you don't want to put your finances into something that is unsustainable, right? You want something that can stand the test of time, that will be around at least 10 years from now. Okay, and only legal things can stay that long. All right, guys, thanks so much for being a part of this webinar once again. I wish us all the very best in our trading journey. Okay, we'll see you in tomorrow's 10 Trade webinar. Let's have a remarkable trading night. A remarkable night. God bless you all. Bye.